YouTube, what's going on? It's Rob with Splash Splash Fragrance Reviews, and I've got 3 new fragrances that I've added to the collection that I want to let you guys know about. If you're interested in finding out what those fragrances are, please stay tuned. All right, so I just recently picked up 3 new fragrances. 2 of those fragrances I picked up at fragrancebuy.ca, and the third fragrance I picked up from Macari. So this is what happened. 2 of the fragrances I had been chasing, all right? Hadn't been able to have any luck in trying to cop them, and I had even added my name to the mailing list at fragrancebuy.ca to be notified when the fragrances came back in stock. So I got a notification that one of the fragrances came into stock, and that was a fragrance from the house of Mancera, and that was a fragrance called Holidays. All right, so I got notification that Holidays came in, so I quickly clicked on the link. It was in my cart. Before I made the purchase, I checked to see if there was another fragrance in stock that I could get with this one, so I can have more than just one. And this happened to be in stock, and I never received notification that it came back into stock, but they had it. And this was Rien Incense Intense, and this is from Etat Libre d'Orange. All right, so what I kind of get from these 2 fragrances, and I haven't looked the notes up, just so you know, this is like a first impression. All right, Holidays from Mancera. It is a vacation beachy type vibe. It has like a little bit of like citrus at the top. I don't know if it's like mandarin orange, bergamot, what it is, but it's kind of got like this nice citrus top, but then it kind of goes into like this coconut / vanilla vibe that's also kind of got this creamy floral undertone to it. And it's like, when I say floral, I don't know what floral it is. It's like a floral that kind of has like citrus nuances to it. I can't really say, but that's kind of what I get. But it's a really creamy. I think it's a sexy fragrance, and it's got the Mancera performance that everybody loves. Now I haven't worn it out in the high heat just yet, but I can tell this is a fragrance that's going to perform, and I think that this is one that's going to have like mass appeal. So if you've heard people talk about it, I can tell you that I really like it. I think it's going to be a fragrance that's going to work for me. I got to keep it 100. It kind of vaguely reminds me of Herboporum a little bit. Now I haven't sprayed them side by side, but it kind of reminds me of that, and also the Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition. Something about this fragrance kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if it's like the coconutty, beachy, vanilla type feel that kind of makes me think about those 2 fragrances. Again, I haven't sprayed them side by side, but that's kind of what I get. But I think this is an attractive fragrance that puts you in a really relaxed vacation like mindset. So it's a nice one, and I only paid $84 for it. So hey, Mancera Holidays. Second fragrance, Rien Incense Intense, or Intense Incense, I'm sorry. So this is a fragrance that you do not blind buy. This is not a fragrance that's going to be appealing to everybody. This is a darker fragrance. It is a incensey resonance, almost like kind of leathery type fragrance. And that's kind of what you get for like the first hour and a half, but then it kind of changes, and it kind of goes to me, it kind of goes in what I think is almost like an old school direction. It kind of reminded me of a fragrance I used to have in my collection called Fendi Uomo, which is like from like the late 80s, early 90s. It was like an aromatic, spicy fragrance that kind of had like, of course it had classic touchings, classic stylings, because it was from that time. And this fragrance kind of goes in that direction. So in the dry down, you kind of get some patchouli, you get some oak moss. It almost feels like there may be some coriander there. Some other like old school floral note, woods. It's just kind of got like this old school, what I would say, formal feel. If you know Fendi Uomo, that gives you an idea. Or even like Bijoux Femme, the original formulation or the older formulation, it kind of has that type of styling in the far dry down. But in the beginning, it's just like this resinous, like incense kind of thick feel with leather touches to it. Now I don't know the actual notes. I could be totally off, but that's kind of what I feel like I'm getting. And this one was $100, and I can tell this is definitely going to have like some decent performance. So I don't think performance is going to be an issue. But I haven't done any serious testing. Again, this is more like a first impression. But just to let you know, these two both, I got them at fragrancebuy.ca. Happy with both purchases. Again, this is Intense Incense Rien by Etat Libre d'Orange. Last one I bought from Macari, and this is Loe 001 Man. This is one that I actually heard Sebastian talk about 2-3 years ago, and I kind of, I had wrote it down, and this was on my little list of fragrances to try to pick up, and I saw it on Macari, and somebody was selling it for $50, brand new in the plastic. This is a 100 ml, 3.4 ounce bottle. So pulled the trigger, got it. Happy that I did. It reminds me of Dior Homme, like the original Dior Homme, the iris lipsticky vibe. It's got the cacao, but it's a little different in the sense that it's not as thick as Dior Homme, and it has more of a kind of spicy, almost green feel to it. And I think it's actually, a fragrance you can wear like in springtime and even like on a cooler summer day, because it's kind of like, it's not like this super thick, heavy, something that's going to overpower and suffocate you. It's got like a really nice, like spicy, aromatic vibe to it that works good in the warmer weather. It's a classy fragrance. It has the Dior Homme feel, but it's different. So definitely want to check out if you ever thought about trying to pick this fragrance up. I don't know if you can get a sample. If you can, I would say get one, of course, but really nice fragrance for like $50. I can't believe it only costs $50. I think it's worth double that at least, honestly. So here you go, Loe 001. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the quick, first impression video. Coming to you soon with more content. Thank you for rocking with me. Stay safe. Peace.